Crime and corruption initiatives account for 6% of total commitments made by G7 leaders, with average compliance with such initiatives and commitments sitting at just below average at 73%. But what can we hope to see at the G7 summit in Cornwall? Environmental crimes and crimes linked with climate change have featured somewhat in finance ministers' meeting, but we're really hoping that G7 leaders will commit to tackling new types of crimes, such as the abuse of new financial products, such as rhino bonds, or the misreporting of sustainability measures, or even greenwashing. Beneficial ownership is also featured heavily in previous G7 summit communiques, but really hoping that governments will commit to providing greater access to beneficial ownership registries, but also to promoting transparency in the beneficial ownership of state-owned enterprises. And last but not least, given the many challenges around COVID and the misappropriation of state assets, but also the allocation of contracts to conflicted companies, really hoping that corruption will feature a little bit more strongly at this year's summit, and that the G7 leaders will task the OECD, for example, with coming up with a globally accepted definition of corruption, which would make it easier to prosecute corruption-related crimes on a worldwide basis. And that G7 leaders will also commit to creating some sort of a task force that will allow for the monitoring and an assessment of current anti-corruption commitments with a view to enhancing compliance in this area.